Hello and welcome to another new arrivals. We'll start with the things I got from Handtools on Instagram. Big thanks to him for these nice items from the USA. First we have 3 American brand bottle openers for the collection. We have the channel lock, the Klein tools and the Craftsman. The channel lock and the Klein are made in USA and the Craftsman is made in Taiwan. But it's the classic Craftsman screwdriver handle, and the same with the Klein. It's the classic rubber grip over acetate. And the channel lock is acetate with their blue painted with the square design. 3 really nice screwdrivers to add to the collection. Bottle openers to add to the collection. Screwdriver handle bottle openers to add to the collection. And then there's a 4th bottle opener. And this one is the SK Tools one. And it's based on a socket, but with a bottle opening notch. Then this one is really cool, I think, since it's a bit original. And special design, and it looks that it also is a functional socket, but I don't know which size. We could perhaps check that. So it has to be a 1/2 inch one. Probably it looks like that, like 12.5 millimeters. And after all the bottle openers, he also sent lots of stubby screwdrivers for the collection. We can start with these 2 proto ones. This one is interestingly being made in England, and this one USA acetate. Both cool ones. And yeah, we can go to the Craftsman one, Phillips number 2. Older USA made one, really nice. And continuing with the American acetate ones, we have this Excelite one, also American made, I think. Slotted, and a classic brand in not the form that you're used to, an Allen branded tool, but it's slotted screwdrivers instead of Allen keys. Both USA made and similar but not the same. Really nice with the black handles and gold lettering. And continuing on, we have this one that is a bit interesting. Napa, North American Auto Parts something. 1/4 inch slotted screwdriver with a hollow grind, and this one is made in Germany, and this is clearly a Witte made one. We can compare to the Witte I already have. We can see that this is definitely the same. So it's a cool little different branding. And then we have gear wrench. 2 the same. He said they were sold in pairs of 2, so he sent them both. Gear wrench not being American made, probably being Taiwan. So nice little red acetate stubby. And lastly we have this Olympia USA that looks to be sort of a semi-copy of the Craftsman. Still a little Phillips number 2. And the last thing he sent was this Craftsman bit driver. So you have a super mini bit holder, and it looks like it also accepts a 1/4 inch tool on the other end, but there's no ball detent, and there is a magnet. I'm not really sure what. Is there square drive bits in the USA, or how is it just supposed to hold the extension with the magnet? I don't really understand that part, but as a bit driver it's really neat. It also comes with a 1/4 inch adapter. So yeah, it works, but I'm not sure. But as a bit driver, as I said, it's a nice tool. So that was what AR sent. And again, big thanks. And what do we have then? I put an order in from Amazon Japan. And got a bunch of Japanese tools. So first we have this Coke and tap holder. I got the larger one of these previously, so I got the smaller one now to both to have the set and to have the full range. It's really neat, well made. And then we have a KTC 1/4 inch ratchet. It has a low tooth count, I think 36 if I remember correctly, but it's really smooth actually, I'd say. And neat little design, well balanced, much better than I thought. And we also have this 3 Peaks screw extraction locking pliers, made in Japan. And it's a small one, but the jaws seems really well formed, and the locking function makes them probably more useful than a regular screw extraction pliers, I think. Wrenches, a KTC and a Tony, with the KTC being made in Japan and the Tony probably Taiwan, but it's just marked Japan, as Tony does with all their tools. And then another Tony item, a small little Phillips number 2 stubby screwdriver keyring. Really neat that I had to get, since it's a stubby screwdriver. And a keyring item. And another keyring item though, this sun flag. That has a large coin type screwdriver, a slotted, and something that they claim would work on Phillips number 2s. Pointed single blade. Neat little keyring item. And let's continue with my new purchased items from within Europe. We have this VH bit storage bit driver with 8 bits storage that folds out of the handle. Not a super smooth mechanism, but it works. It is made in Poland, for a strange for a Wii item, and a bit larger handle than usual to accept the storage, I think, but then just a magnet bit driver, but yeah, decent solution still, I say, but nothing that could compete with a Vero that has with a separate extension. And then we have a Proxon 1/4-inch ratchet. It's well made. It's probably Taiwan or China, but it's really high back drag. Like, this is quite long and heavy handle, but it still doesn't even fall down on itself. But other than that, it's a regular round head ratchet. Works good. And Proxon usually is not the best tools, but for the price point, they're good users. And then we have this Philo Bit Boy with the in-handle storage also. 7 bits that pops out like this and are held in place by a magnet. Yeah, and it came with 8 bits because 1 bit is fitted, and it's removable holder, so you can also use long shank bits or another type of shank if you want to. Made in Germany on the handle at least. And then another gift I got sent, 3 bottle openers, an anonymous donor sent. This Barco saw one, made from a stamped piece or laser cut piece of steel, sheet metal, and painted orange, but still neat. Little like giveaway item from Barco. And this Fisher, they make, oh, I don't know what these are called in English, but like wall plugs for wall anchors, I guess. So they have made one into a bottle opener, and it's plastic. So I don't know how well it would hold up, but it's still a neat item based on their product. And then the Stavilla, best one of the bunch, definitely. And this one is really neat. It's light, but it's a decent forged bottle opener instead of the stamped steel ones, and also the really nice grippy Stavilla handle. And then we're on to all the flea market items. And where do we begin? Well, we can begin with all the different parts of adjustables, and this one being the nicest one. This number 2, last version of the first generation of Barco wrenches. So it's the like raw steel bar, but with a hanging hole, and it works perfectly. And the screw is not mangled, so it can be taken apart. Slight bend in the handle, some hammering marks on it, but other than that, original machining surface on the handle and stuff like that. Really neat one. And continuing on with the older ones, this Barco Clyburn number 70. So this is a really early one of the 70s, so it's probably from the 20s or something, when they printed the Clyburn name also on the wrenches. Decent condition, not perfect, but good enough for my collection. And really rusted to really sad condition. Barco 81. I'll see what we'll do with this. I didn't. It came with some other tools, so it wasn't selected by me. And lastly, of the Barco wrenches, this Barco 81. no, 83 a jaw stamp version. So well, jaw stamps are basically more common on 80s series than non-jaw stamps, so nothing special but in decent condition. Some hammering marks, but the jaws are really nice. Not much wear. So, and I didn't have an 83 in the collection, so that's was a really good find. And where do we go from there? We can go to pliers. We have a bunch of pliers. Let's start with the biggest. This Balco Sandvik 8225 water pump pliers, 12-inch version. Really good condition. French made, so not an older Swedish one, but still neat with the still red Balco before they went orange. And really good condition. Some teeth use, but no heavy wear. Continuing with Balco, we have this Handyman yellow handle. Handfast, as they're called in Swedish. Their cheaper DIY line they introduced late 60s, early 70s, I think, something like that. And they didn't stay around for long. I guess they didn't sell that good. But they are Swedish made, cheap. But you can tell how cheap they are. They're stamped steel instead of a forged piece. Even though it's thick, it's still a stamped piece. And this pair is a bit heavy in the joint. They were rusted shut when I got them, but I've managed to work them loose and clean them up decently. But the handles are in good condition still, so I think it's a neat addition to the collection. Then we can go to the, let's take these Belzers. Chromed side cutters, diagonal cutters. Not on top condition, but still good condition. And the most important thing, the handles are intact. Love these tulip handles Belzer pliers. You have probably seen them many times. I have 3 new old stock ones, and they're one of 3 of my most cherished collection items. Interestingly, these ones are finished in the UK. I'm not really sure what that means. Were they forged in Germany and then finished in the UK, or? Well, confusing. Back to the Balco type items, we have this Lindström pair. Green handle before they got the Balco design. Really nice. Not perfect, and I couldn't get them fully clean without risk damaging the handles, but still got them to decent condition. And then we have some Knipex, a pair of duckbills, and a pair of side cutters with a solid tulip handle, not the translucent ones. Yeah, just not my first ones of these, but got a good price, so picked up another couple of them. And oh, I missed one pair of pliers. I missed 2 pair of pliers. Another Lindström. 9-mans. These ones are marked with 3 crowns, Swedish military, and TV, probably not telephone, but yeah, signaling use, or perhaps telephone. I don't know. I'm not that good with Swedish military stuff. And probably also date marked when they were purchased by the military, 47, but I'm not sure. And these, another pair of Lindströms, these combination pliers with a bit more unusual model. Really neat little pair with a 1 screwdriver handle. Then we can go to an adjustable wrench that's not a Barco. This USA made monkey style wrench. Some markings readable, PA USA, so some Philadelphia company. I haven't looked up yet what it could be. Rabu, and something before that, probably that's lost. But good condition, generally. Some hammering and some rust, but the handle is still on and such. And then should we go to all the other wrenches? We can start with this Handtools 10mm ratcheting wrench. It was new in package but on the flea market, so I picked it up really cheap compared to new. And I don't get loads of Handtools, but for that price I really wanted it. And another 10mm collection item, this Ash, Japan. It's also on the flea market for a cheap price together with the thing. And some larger wrenches, this New Britain double ring end, US made, neat vintage item. And another US vintage item, this Armstrong 7/8 ring end, single ring end, chromed, so really neat. And Swedish and Ray or Orenkoverken made 10 and 11 swivel socket wrench. And this one, it's a Haset lowercase 20 and 22 offset ring end, but this one was what drew me to it, the remains of the sticker, and it, yeah, in generally good condition, worn but no rust. So I managed to clean it up decently and still have the sticker intact. Then there's loads of small loose items. Let's do these. We can start with something that I just got just for the novelty. This 22mm hex key. Just in order to do large tools posts on Barco. And yeah, just a fun item. No use at all, but really fun. And this Philo posi drive offset screwdrivers. This one in better condition than this one, unfortunately, but the tips themselves, so that one, the number 2 is worn, of course. It's always the one that wear out, especially when people use them on Phillips screws without knowing. But it is a POS, even though they don't have the, how do you say, ridges, secondary ridges. It's marked as a posi drive. Neat. West Germany, so probably a bit old also. And then some circuitry items. You can start with this Falcon. France made the quarter-inch extension. A bit of chrome loss, but still a neat. And this Koken 10mm socket. Again, a bit of chrome loss, but neat item. And this Apex USA made 3/4-inch socket, but it has a strange drive size. It's 16mm drive size. So it's not 1/2 inch and it's not 3/4 inch. It's an odd drive size. I have to Google what that means. And I have some last items. This cast mini anvil. Probably a hobby project, no markings or anything, and rough grind only. Still a neat little item. And this set of 3 punches that were really cheap and brand new. No markings, but the seller said that they were from his old job in the C.A. Jonsson CEG factory. Center punch, a driver, hollow driver, like a nail driver, and a flat one. Little set. And that's the new arrivals. Thanks for watching.